Hey everybody, video here for you today. We're going to document another ancient America site, a really old one. We've done a few of those over the past few months. First of all, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to all you celebrating over the next few days. I know a lot of you are getting real busy, but I'd just like to say thanks for all your comments, wishing me a Merry Christmas. I appreciate it. And I want to say to new subscribers, I do upload music videos once in a while. I've been doing it for years. And thanks for the nice comments on Ddendyal's video here from last night. I know she really appreciates it. She has been a friend for about 3.5 years. She is resident performer at the Aria Hotel, one of the nicest hotels on the Strip, and I'm privileged to have her sing on my channel. But I have always uploaded music and history videos. My Vegas videos have over 1 million views, and I'd be proud of my channel if I just uploaded them, but history is what I'm into, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We are going down to Triquet Island in Canada, and this is on the coast in British Columbia, and this just brings up a whole bunch of questions. This goes back 14,000 years. The research done on this island has been pretty fascinating. Discovery here made by a student a few years ago. But I need to report on this for my Ancient America series because sometimes these stories get reported on at the time and they're just kind of forgotten about, but this goes well with things I have talked about lately. But this finding, and there's another one I'll just briefly mention, but makes you wonder how close this was to the coast 14,000 years ago. But I'll mention a little bit about that at the end here. Let's just go to a couple websites. Here is the website. I will leave the link below. It says ancient village discovered in Canada is 10,000 years older than the pyramids. And of course that is based on how old you think the pyramids are. Here you see some research going on here, and they are dug down here quite a ways. It says the discovery of a 14,000-year-old ancient village in Canada could forever alter our understanding of early civilization in North America. Researchers estimate the settlement is way older than the Giza pyramids and have found artifacts dating all the way back to the Ice Age. The village is one of the oldest human settlements we've ever uncovered in North America and lines up with the oral history of the Hiltzik Nation. Now this was first discovered by a student, and then they had research done here by a few different groups and First Nation members, and they uncovered fish hooks, spears, stuff for lighting fires. They found artifacts dating back to 14,000 years ago. And I know a lot of people are skeptical of really old dating, but they have to do multiple tests and they have to get a corresponding figure. 14,000 years ago is the one this place comes up with. Also on this website, there is a video attached here where they go over the findings. They talk to a couple people involved in the research here. Here you see some of the research going on. And when you dig down this far, you're entering a different time, a different world. Here's another look at the work going on here. And as you go down here, I'm sure it looks a little different at the bottom than the soil does at the top. You're going down through history here, down to the end of the Ice Age and past the Younger Dryas period. Now I have talked about ancient boat travel, and kind of before that was kind of seemed to be a hindrance to ancient people traveling the oceans. But the more we look into it, the oceans were actually a highway, and that's how people got around. People have been very ingenuitive for a long time. And boat travel, I think it goes way back in history, way back. It says here, archaeologists once thought that humans might have arrived in North America via land bridge between Russia and Alaska and then moved forward on foot. But the recent discoveries suggest people moved down the coast, possibly in boats instead. The coastal route likely came before the inland route. University of Victoria, PhD student, Alicia Gavro, and I think that is the one who you saw just briefly in the clip there, who was part of the excavation, told the CTV News Vancouver Island. I remember when we got the dates back and we just kind of sat there going, holy moly, this is old. What this is doing is just changing our idea of the way in which North America was first peopled. It says the find fits right in with the oral history of the First Nations government in British Columbia, the Hiltzik Nation, and they must have a history going way back in time. It says to think about how these stories survived all that, only to be supported by this archaeological evidence is just amazing. But I will leave this link below, and it goes over the research here. This is a pretty fascinating find. I know a lot of people have never heard about this place, but just one of the places in North America where research is going on. But here's another find made in Canada, and this is from April 4, 2018. And these were some footprints found with some charcoal. And it says, a section of soil where the impressions of human footprints buried at a shoreline of the archaeological site were discovered by researchers on Calvert Island, British Columbia, Canada. Charcoal found with the prints has been radiocarbon dated to 13,200 years before present, making them likely candidates for the oldest footprints ever found. I will leave the link for this below too. I will also leave this link from Archaeology magazine below. But interesting thing it says here, this place never froze during the Ice Age, and it was a place where our ancestors flocked to for survival. But back on Google Earth here, you notice that there, right offshore here, there are a couple valleys, underwater valleys. They are 15 miles across. And I know Randall Carlson hypothesized that maybe right up in here, I think it's right up in this area, was a possible impact site. And that would have caused massive flooding. And I did a video on this about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but underwater here, there is a lot of evidence of a massive amount of water coming off the North American continent. At some point, when the shelves were exposed, did this happen 14, 12,000 years ago? It could have. Hope you thought that was cool. You all have a very nice day.